Well, hello everyone. We're finally back with another adventure. It's now July 2025, and this is the first time that Ruby and I have been able to get out for... Where's Ruby? There she is. It's the first time we've really been able to get out this year for another adventure. You know, with the school year being super busy, but that's now done. I have had a busy beginning of the summer. My wife's been working a lot, and now she's not. And so now we can get out. So today, we're going to try to take you guys on the full length of the Etobicoke Creek Trailway through the entirety of Brampton, Ontario. Now, I have walked pretty much every stretch of this before, but I've never done it in one shot, which we're going to try to do today. We've started up in the very north. That's Mayfield. Ooh, there we go. That's Mayfield Road behind me, and we're going to go all the way down to Steeles Ave. And I'll make sure there's a map up for you guys to see. So let's get it. Okay, so this is our first look at the Etobicoke Creek, from which the trail gets its name, and look at that, Ruby's already found herself in the water. Ruby, get out, come on. I took too long setting up. So this is the Etobicoke Creek. Yeah, Ruby's already swimming. And this travels quite some distance, and it actually forms part of the boundary of the Toronto Airport. So this goes all the way down. I think it empties into or attaches to Etobicoke Creek, which goes down into Lake Ontario. I can't believe Ruby's already been swimming and is already wet. Oh my gosh. This section of the trail that we've been walking through is generally one of my favorites. We've come here with my family a lot. This is a Conservation Drive Park, and we actually, when my kids were younger, we did some family photos back in that wooded area, that really pretty wooded area back there. So now we're going to continue on. We're going south, and we're going to continue moving in that direction. The trail kind of hops from park to park to park. We're going to work our way towards Loafers Lake now. Okay, and this is Loafers Lake. They've been doing some kind of maintenance on it, so it's partially drained right now. And yeah, they're not finished it yet. I'm sure it'll look nice when they do. willow trees. Beautiful. So Brampton was actually, well, it's still known as the Flower City. And what this sign is telling us about, and you can feel free to pause it on that and go back and read it if you want. But basically this part of Brampton was known as the Dale Estate. The Dale family had a whole bunch of nurseries. They grew all kinds of flowers and greenhouses in this part of what is now Brampton, Ontario. And so to this day, Brampton is known as the Flower City, even though it's quite a sprawling city, over 800,000 people now. There isn't any flower greenhouses around here anymore. But this part of the city, and we're getting near to the city center, I'm probably gonna have to put Ruby on the leash in a minute, because we're getting to a busier part of the city. But this part of the city was once a sprawling, basically flower farm. All kinds of greenhouses growing roses and all kinds of flowers. I just wanted to give you guys a view of this large spillway system they've built for the Etobicoke Creek coming around this way. There's an even bigger part of it. I'll show you guys in a bit. But this part of Brampton, we're getting into the downtown of Brampton now, what we call the Four Corners at Main Street and Queen Street. Excuse me. Used to flood quite regularly in the spring, and they had to build this spillway system to help manage the overflow from the snowmelt that rains in the spring. Ruby has been desperate to swim in the creek since she swam in it this morning, but I don't trust the creek at this part of the city to not be stinky. Sorry, Ruby. So these are actually cherry trees. My wife loves to come down to this part of the trail in the spring to see the cherry trees in blossom. There's these and there's a few more down the way. These gardens are actually where my wife and I did our engagement photos some 15 years ago or so. I love this bridge. Okay folks, folks, we're nearly at the end of our walk here. We're in Kiwanis Park, right near Main Street and Steeles, which is where we're going to get picked up. I hope you guys have been enjoying the walk. We'll sign off in a moment. Hey Ruby, you had fun? Yeah, great time. Okay guys, well that's it. From about this point on, the trail goes into a golf course. Kind of gets a little bit trickier to continue walking it and for my wife to come pick us up. So we're about to go up that hill there to get picked up. Thanks for joining us on the adventure today. Ruby's pretty tired now. We walked the full Etobicoke Creek Trailway, at least within Brampton. It goes a little bit north and a little bit south, but about 14 and a half kilometers through the whole city. So we hope you enjoyed seeing our city. Hope you enjoyed learning some of the history, and we'll see you again on the next adventure. Peace. Thanks for coming in.